Welcome back to another lockdown let's play. We finally have I guess I've been using this name for the whole time, but I think it sticks. I think I like it. Anyway, I have made progress on the wireframe structure thing. I actually don't know what to call it. I'm gonna call it the line art. I have made some progress on the line art, and it is very different to what you guys would have seen before. Why is that, you may ask? Well, I figured that because we're going for this torn up, actually very, very similar to the Shattered Savannah, how everything is kind of in play, not in place, but in pieces and just scattered. I've decided to go for this very scattered design, haha. I've just decided to follow the terrain of this, whatever you want to call it, this landform. And so we have here just the leaf wireframe following the shape and the contour of the overall mountain. And so no longer is everything just going to be a big fat box, but rather it's going to be these smaller boxes that, at least boxes in quotes. Regardless, I am jabbering on. This thing is gonna be really cool. I'm expecting a lot of these pieces to be sticking out the side. So we have over there in that little corner, just you see where the mountain kind of sticks out. We're gonna have that there. I think that's really nice. I'm sticking with the archway at the front. I think it's really good. It creates some sort of balance and uniformity to the whole thing, and then the rest is just gonna be a mess. The rest is gonna be whatever. We got that section there. We have this thing that sticks out here. So what's gonna happen? I think. So I can go through every little piece. So starting with the bottom, we have the entrance. Ooh, leaves are really hard to distinguish when you're up close. So we have this entrance, this big hall, which you can walk through, and then you'll come through into a larger hall. I'm running out of rockets. That's okay. A larger hall over here. Shame. A larger hall over here. This is going to be the center, and then it comes up to this area here, and the border is going to be that line there, and it goes around. Now down here on this side, you can see that, I'm gonna have a line straight down here, and then this thing is gonna continue all the way around. We have a side room. As you can see, it's got the pillar, so a side. And so this thing down here will be a room, whereas I don't really have any plans for anything up here. So if anything, it's gonna be a walkway up the top, and then potentially a tower where this square is, and then this is gonna go where those edges are. Ooh, it's gonna go straight down. As we make our way around, we were there before. As we make our way around this sticking out piece of the mountain, we have a room which is gonna similarly follow the shape. It's gonna stick out and it's gonna curl, taper I don't think that's the right word. It's gonna come back in to where the bee house is. Now I'm probably gonna keep this bee house, and I'm gonna have the building go down there, which is cool. But above it, I'm planning on having some sort of inclining roof, maybe, or we'll do some tests and we'll see which one works. And over here we have a bridge, so you can see that, and this, which is nice. It's nice. Down here the leaves go, and then they wrap around the entire mountain, which we can look at, but we'll get to it later. Rockets, give me my rockets. We got more rockets. Now, I haven't brought anything up to the top because I just haven't thought of it. And I'm not really sure how to do it. We'll uncover it as time goes. Now, falling back down here, this will actually be some sort of roof, and the building will continue up where that section is. I want this to look as unnaturally natural as possible, or naturally unnatural, whatever you want to call it. So I really want to follow this shape around, and it'll start to move up there and then come back around. So you're going to get this very top heavy, uneven looking structure. Okay, over here we have a bit of, seeing that there's not really anything down this section here, What I'm planning to do is just completely flatten it out. Okay, so what will happen is that area will be flattened out to match something, one of these, some sort of line around here, some sort of edge, and this will stick out as a balcony or whatever. And then we have this wraparound mountain part, and I love this little archway, this naturally occurring arch. So I'm probably gonna put some large some large copper structural beam, as well as having a another sticky out building part here. And this is great because it actually really fits with the aesthetic, and I love it. And you could just imagine that this area would be an interesting place, and maybe even a lookout. Just considering how it goes and has such a clear view of the area over here. If I look at you, will you attack me? Not too far away. Yeah, I'm too far away. Eh? Now, we also have this, so that's why this tower is up a little bit. Which means we can have 2 floors here, which is nice. I like that. Now, as we move around here, you can see that there's a line that follows the curve of the mountain. And we're gonna do that. We're just gonna follow it. This is gonna be a wall, obviously. It goes down and it goes out to this pole here. Now, if we look down, you can see that I've outlined a small balcony, internal balcony. So the bridge is right here above there. I fell too hard. So the bridge is here. Yep. And it goes all the way onto this side. Now, I'm not really mapping out this side too much. I've only gotten the lower area, so you can see that there's a line of grass. This line of grass goes all the way around, follows this pole here, goes around this section, this flattened out section of the mountain, and it goes around and wraps back to where we started. Ta-da! Bee house. I might use this thing as a little nook that sticks out. Who knows? That's actually a really nice idea. Similarly to what I did here with this part of the house. But yeah, we have a fun project ahead. Now, in between my last video and this one, I decided it is about time we finalized, or we placed in the final parts of this. And so I made a trip to the Nether. And so we have our 12 wither skeleton skulls. And you know what that means? It means we are about to go and fight. Fight a big boy known as Mr. Wither. When I fought my last 2 withers, I actually did them a little bit, just a bit away from my main base. Just because nobody wants to have to deal with that up close. Now, I had a little cave. Ah, here it is. So down here is the entrance to my wither killing hole. You can see it's quite a long tunnel. Wither number 1. I am not mentally prepared. I just kind of did that. Come on. There he is. Oh, directly in the hole. Come on, bro. We ain't got nothing. Ow, that hurt. Oh, I'm low. Yee. Got him. And just like that, Mr. Wither has been taken out. We still got heaps of room. Should we do it again? Yeah, let's do it again. And we got Wither chamber number 2. Now, I didn't obviously go all the way back. It's just a couple layers in. Here goes nothing. Again. Oh. Run, 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 run. Watch him, watch him, watch him. Boom, he's gonna blow. Oh, where'd he go, where'd he go, where'd he go? Come on, bro. Why are you so high? That's not fun. Alright, now he's defended. Ooh. And I took no damage that time. Look at that. Number 3. My bad. Number 3. Hopefully we have time. Ugh. Ooh, I'm actually kind of hurt. Oh, I'm running out of room, aren't I? I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Don't kill me. Don't die. Maybe I should wear better clothes or something. I mean, I'm okay. Still. Oh! I did die. That's sad. You know, lucky for me, I keep a spare set of wings in my ender chest, so it shouldn't be too hard to get back to my stuff unless I die halfway through. I wouldn't like that. Yeah. Whew. And that is how you get all your stuff back. Oh, my carrots. I like those. Alright, well, I don't really like fighting the Wither that much. The fight tends to be monotonous and... Actually, I'm kind of scared to fight him in the open, let's be honest. Alright, we've rebuilt the chamber. Please don't let things go wrong. Please don't kill me. Shoot him as soon as I see him. Go! Oh dear, he's got me, he's got me. Oh gosh. Second time was the best, because I didn't take any hits whatsoever. Got him! And this time, make sure I don't die. Death is bad. Kids, remember that for next time. Death is a bad thing. You don't want to die. 4 nether stars! Yay! I'm gonna die. That was dumb. I didn't realize that different items have different rarity texts. So the nether star is gonna have yellow, and enchanted items have blue, whereas regular items just have white. I've been playing this for years and I didn't even realize that until like yesterday, which is really cool. Nobody saw that. And just like that, 4 beacons. Oh boy. And beacons have a blue color. I think the only object that I have currently in my possession that has purple is that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's all I can remember. And the magic crystal has regained its power. That's cool. Let's see what it looks like from afar. Yeah, that looks good. That looks a lot better than what it was before. Now it looks like it has some presence. Just, ooh. So I've been thinking, which is usually a bad sign. I need a bunch of flowering azalea leaves, just to add that little sparkle. I really like how they look in the current bush areas. However, there's an astonishing lack. I think their brightness really separates all the darker colors. So I've started working on a prototype moss, bone meal, flowering, azalea, seeds, everything kind of farm. And it's, well, I think I'm almost there. So let me take you on the tour. So up here we have a single, I guess I could have made this wider, but I was using lava before and I didn't really need it. So oh well. This is the prototype, so it can be small. It's okay. Maybe I'll make a bigger one later. You know what? This is the test, and I will make a bigger one. So we start off with a clock, a comparator clock, because they're I had a bunch of comparators, and it's easy to make and it's easy to turn off just with the switch here. But basically it goes in and it signals all these observers with this redstone torch, blah, 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 activating a water bucket. Cool. This water bucket brings anything that has grown up here into these hoppers, which, if we go down here in this really messy room, which I'm gonna clean up, don't worry, hold your horses. We have this huge hopper line at the top that catches everything and sends it through to a sorting system up the back, which brings everything down here, which is gonna be sweet. We already have one bone meal coming in here, and that's just gonna come straight from the seeds because we get a lot of seeds in this thing. But basically what I have to do now is send another signal to this dispenser, which is gonna be full of bone meal, and it's just gonna bone meal the top. But I haven't figured out how to get that signal down there yet. And I want it to be alternating with the water signal, except I don't want it to be, I don't want to have to send a signal and then, you know how observers do like a double signal when something gets turned on and something gets turned off. I don't want that. So I think what I can easily do is I can just route a line down through the bottom, maybe here instead. Yeah, this will be easy. Let me just finish this. Now I think the best way to send a signal that alternates is using careful redstone repeater lag. So what I'll probably do is the default setting of this is off. So I'll send a very quick signal down there, and then I gotta find a way to clean it up as well. Something along the lines of this. Perhaps a repeater here just to maintain the signal strength because I can't count. And then, okay. Now, there's only one way to test this and see if it works. Oh, that is perfect. Oh my gosh, I did it. I am a redstone genius. Holy moly. Please. I do not want to give you my autograph. Wow, this is so good. Let's see if this is efficient. It is obviously not super efficient, but very good sign. Oh, wonderful. Flowering, azalea, moss carpet, bone meal. Now I know seeds are not a valuable source for bone meal, but if you think about it, what this is gonna do, once I build the bigger one and I AFK long enough, I'll have so much moss carpets that they'll start bone mealing, and any overflow pretty much goes to bone meal. That being said, this is not a moss farm. This is just the stuff on the top farm. Meaning that it's been done for seeds before. But who would have wanted to do that for seeds anyway? You know, I reckon I could do this for the warped fungus stuff as well. You know what? I reckon this has been done like a million times before. So, you know what? I'm not doing anything special except that I did it all by myself and I feel smart. I am so smart. And so, looking here, this is warped nylium, by the way. Warped nylium does not disappear underwater. It survives on the water. So, I could do the same thing to warped nylium and have an infinite supply. Oh, and also the crimson, what's the crimson one called? The warped and the, is it just crimson nylium? I think it might just be crimson nylium. Yeah, crimson nylium. Yeah, I can just get as much of the mushrooms as I possibly want just by doing this. Is there anything else that I can get from just bone mealing the ground? What else? Ah, this is a flower farm design. Really slow. Wonder what a faster flower farm design is. I know that there's piston ones that they go. But this one feels special because I made it myself. I have to say it is oddly satisfying just to watch. But I think I'm gonna have to go with my gut. and say that I think I can make a much more efficient version of this. So if I go here to my recreation of Tango's copper farm, it starts with a simple mob farm inside, right? And so I'm thinking I can do something exactly like it with trapdoors. And how his one works is he uses trapdoors to hold water in, and then on a clock the trapdoors open and they close. And so I'm thinking similarly, wouldn't that theoretically work with mine as well? So let's say I've had a line of trapdoors with water in them, and then I bone mealed the ground with maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 even dispensers. I could have a long farm like this, and it would be able to, it would be reusable in forests, in flower forests, in what else has this thing, on the nylium stuff, and realistically anything that you can use bone meal on the ground, that is. Which for some reason I can't think of anything. I'm gonna get to a design. I'm gonna design it. I'm gonna make it nice. I'm gonna do something with it. It's gonna be cool. So I kind of feel a bit dumb right now. I've been planning this entire structure, thinking that, oh yeah, I should just make it random and wacky shapes just for the fun of it. And then I can't believe I only just came to the realization I should probably build it around the farms. And so any farm areas can actually fit, because right now I've got shapes and I don't even know if anything can fit inside. So thankfully this shape that I had on the side is primed for, it wasn't quite the shape that I needed, but it was moldable. So I've decided that the Moss and Friends farm can be placed here. I've started right now to put in the water sources, and then down here I'm going to make a small collection system that will be, I think, really easy to use. But I will get to this and then show you when I'm done, or mostly done. Yeah, it goes without saying, I was terrified by this tree when I turned around. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have expected a tree like that to be there, even though I put it there. Okay, so I put the storage system in. Now it's time to wire up the clock for the bone meal and the water system. And once that's done, I think everything should be good. With this, I'll just need to put some leaves in place, and then everything should be a-okay. So I figured that this is going to have to be on the outside of the thing, meaning that I'm going to have some sort of balcony that comes around the side. So this is going to have to go and change in shape. But I think that's fine. Also got a bed here. Oh, no, don't destroy. Oh, Alright, don't think about it. Think nice thoughts. I'm getting distracted again. Alright, so water system's open. Moss blocks grow because of bone meal. Under here? Yep. Bone meal grows here. And then it goes all the way down. Water goes here, bone meal, whatever items go into the thing, into this thing here. Alright, hopper goes in all the way around, and then down, and then into here. We have 2 for bone meal. I'm not going to get that much bone meal at first, but once the moss fills up, I'm going to have bone meal for days, which can ultimately repower the whole thing. So a self-sufficient machine. Look at that. Maybe when I have a full chest up here, I can spit it out using a dropper and then bubble elevator, and then it could just go around in circles until we have a never-ending supply of bone meal that goes into this machine. But that day is not now. I just need to finish up wiring everything. So we're gonna solve this, we're gonna fix this, we're gonna continue working on this. I am pleased to say that this has been a resounding success. Look at all these moss carpets. I actually ran out of bone meal a bit earlier. So I had a shulker box full of bones and loaded it all into these chests as bone meal, and I ran out. So this time I've completely backed up the entire system. And obviously some of them are gonna have much longer run times. So let's say this one's only got 5 hoppers backed up, but this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 backed up, and those ones probably have more because they're just further away from the main source. So we're gonna turn this thing back on and I'll show you what it looks like. Probably nothing crazy that you've seen before, but I feel proud of myself. And also, you guys can now see what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, a complete mess, right? Thankfully we can cover this up with some sort of block palette. I'm unconvinced about deep slate. I might use a lighter block palette for this area. Who knows? Maybe it'll be so messy. Maybe it'll be messy and it'll just really fit with the aesthetic that I'm going for regardless. But let's turn it on. Water goes down. This gets bone mealed. Water goes down again. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's perfect right there. But yeah, we should be able to see a steady flow now because the moss carpets are in there. The composter should be doing its job, and we should be getting more bone meal. Unfortunately, I don't think it's enough bone meal to create a self-propelling system, which is, you know, it's fine. But if we look at the flowering azalea, or at least the azalea box, we should be seeing, there it is. And this is how I'm gonna get all the azalea bushes that I ever could need ever. So I'm gonna AFK here for a while, and we're gonna see if we can get 4 full double chests worth of flowering azalea, because I love that leaf. I'll see you guys soon. After a long AFK session, I've got everything filled up. Well, I lied, whoops. I've got mostly everything filled up, not the bone meal. Bone meal is a pain to fill up, but I am very, very satisfied with what I have made here. In more news, I went back to the Nether this morning, and yep, I got myself 2 new beacons. Here's a short clip on how I actually got 2 wither skeleton skulls at once, which is really cool. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh, what the heck? What? And now I have double jump height and a little bit of speed because, okay, hear me out. I know double jump or jump boost isn't as a great thing usually, but look at this. I can go anywhere now. I can jump so high. You have no idea. Watch, I'm gonna land on this block here and I'm gonna get up there. Like, it's possible now. Before, this would have been impossible just to jump by myself. There would be no way. Watch this. Ooh, parkour. Jump boost, guys. It is underrated and I love it. So the other thing I wanted to do was to quickly just touch these single colored or 2 colored leaves and add like that area. a bit more of the flowering azalea. And we're just gonna spruce up, get it? Because spruce. We're gonna spruce up this area and it's gonna look beautiful. Alright, we are gonna collect some azalea and flowering azalea leaves, and by the time I'm done we should have a whole bunch, as well as oak wood and rooted dirt. I'll be back with you soon. And we are done. We just harvested a bunch of azalea leaves, and as you can see behind me, I also planted a small chorus fruit flower farm thingy. And that's just to make some end rods for later. But let's see the results of our harvesting. Ta-da! We have a full double chest of azalea leaves and almost half one of flowering azalea leaves and extra normal azalea leaves and a bunch of oak logs, which is pretty cool. And in this box we have some more of each of the leaves just stored away so that, you know, for easy use. And I've also gone ahead and replaced a lot of the leaves with the flowering and the normal azalea leaves. So now we have a beautiful palette of different colors and different leaf types. And down here you can see there's just a little bit more color in there, and I think that makes it look so much better. So right now I've got a small problem. I really want to get started on this big building here, but I haven't even finished this. Now as we go around and just take a look, you can see that we have a really nice foundation for the building, and we also have this interesting looking gear thing at the front, but the rest of the whole build, it's just a flat piece, or not quite flat, but just the side of a mountain, which is not what it's supposed to be. And obviously this is nowhere near done. There is a staircase leading off to the side. This side is not, it is incomplete, and it just has no support. And it has no support because I was hoping to have the rest of the building be part of the support structure. Problem being, there is no rest of the building. So we're gonna fix that. Well, we're gonna start fixing that. And I'm gonna do that with the help of all of my birch leaves, wherever they are. Here, you have probably noticed that I love using birch leaves as a scaffolding block. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna take a bunch of these and we're gonna think of a shape for this lovely building, which I will most likely not be able to finish in this session. No matter, any progress is good progress. So let's get to let's get to planning. I've been doing a lot of that recently. So quite obviously we have this large protrusion on the side of the mountain. And I think that's going to be a very beautiful starting point just for the entire shape, as well as this upper area. To be honest, it looks like an upper room of sorts that can be repurposed into something nice. And I'd like to keep that that shape that goes up here and to the right. As you can see, I do have an entrance from the top. And this leads into my crude villager breeder. Don't mind the pillar, but I like this shape quite a bit. And I think it adds to that uniqueness of the entire build. Now over here, we might have some sort of building that sticks out. This room that sticks over to the side. And then it comes back into this shape here, and chances are I'll keep most of this wall flat. Perhaps over here where this gravel is, I'll break it and have this big hole in the wall. We will see. Now for this building, I need to finalize the design on the outside. So that means anvils all around the sides and the roof corners. But it also means finding a nice wall design that works and isn't flat. So this whole time I've been using this flat wall, and it's just not working, obviously, because you don't want to use a flat wall the whole time. And then there's the interior. I don't really know what to say about the interior, but except that it sucks. And that there's just no real decorations. It's very bare. Everything feels very bare. And I think it's time to fix that. Okay. I think we got something. Hey, yeah. Look at me and my city of leaves. Oh boy. Okay, so you'll see here that this is untouched. That's because I'm going to leave it mostly as it is, and I'm just gonna replace most of the stone and get rid of a lot of the grass and use a lot of the palette that I've been using. The fun stuff is over here. While you may see a mess of leaves, I see a beautiful structure for what could be one of the coolest places in this city right now. Obviously, I still don't really know what the building is. I'm gonna say the lower level works as some sort of storage area and entrance for all goods and services, and the up top area is more officey, businessy, or residential. I'm not too sure. I haven't decided. It might be anything. It could be anything. Now, if we start from this section of the building where I kind of left it off and I have this staircase, it leads into this large room here. And this room is going to have two parts. Or two sections. It's going to have the lower floor, and as we go up here, we go upstairs this half floor to the loft. And so we have a loft floor here that looks over here, and this section, which I'm not too sure what kind of building it will be or what kind of room, but it sticks out on this side and maybe a little here. I'm undecided about that, but I like that again. From here, we have an entrance to the villager breeder, which I will be changing up soon. Don't you worry. Don't you dare worry. But if I open up here, you'll see that there is going to be a widening of this space here, and it leads out like this. And it'll go out here as well, just to follow this again, this natural landforms structure, which is nice and non-symmetrical, which in this case I am going against symmetry. Now over here we have an elevator that goes up to the top floor, so that means that I'm going to actually remove this pillar with the ladders, and I'm going to have another elevator that goes here. The elevator arrives here instead. And then you'll be greeted to this nice... See, this is why I'm a bit confused as to what kind of thing I want it to be. I don't know if I want it to be some sort of high-end office, or if I want it to be even like a penthouse floor, where you have all of this room here and maybe even this side. Now, I've created a side room based on... So if we look here, you can see that we have the external structure, and this is so much easier to view the whole thing. So this is the villager room,